I click go live. I click go live. Now normally, right? There you go. Oh my god, dude. Who put ads on this stream, bro? Brando, what the hell are you doing, bro? Why do you want money? I'm getting a Domino's pizza ad in my preview. It's pretty cool. I not feel like eating pizza. All right. Well, you guys know the drill, right? Yo, what's good on my fellow gamers? Brando here, right? I didn't start on the starting screen because I wanted to like get straight into this. Why is my microphone put a shadow on my face? Let me not do that. I gotta make this light higher. I'm still playing around with this light. So it's like, it's gonna take me a little bit. The lighting on my face is impeccable though. I set this up so well. It's the same kind of light. It's warm light. So it's not like a bright white light on my face. It's like, it's just warm light. It's like more brownish. So yeah. I hope I'm not muted as well. Let me just like quadruple check real quick in case Brando decides something stupid. Okay, I'm hearable. Good. All right, because, oh, dude, my glasses. I got to put my glasses downward so you guys can't see the glare. All right, so, yeah, yo, what's going on, my fellow gamers? Brando here, and today, we're going to be running down the newest Archon quest that came out, like, two days ago with Scaramouche. And in that Archon quest, right, we're going to find out what led Scaramouche to become the Wanderer. I'm also joined here today by Kendrick.
Yo, what's going on, my fellow gamers? My name is Kendrick.
No, you're doing it wrong. It's what was your old intro?
Yo, what's going on, all you cool cats?
Yeah. Hey, all you cool cats. My name is.
Listen, man, if you guys want part 3 of Star Wars game, I got you.
Bro, I try to pull everybody into watching Star Wars, bro. Please.
2023, I got you.
Okay, so like can you see my thing? I accidentally started the invocation TCG thing. I was coming to Mondstadt to do my like commissions, and
Why is your stream so laggy?
And I don't know, probably because I'm streaming to 2 different places. But I walked over here, and I started the invocation TCG quest. I don't think I'm gonna record that because it's not really. I don't think I've recorded. I'll record me playing TCG with like Toaster or something, because I know Toaster wants to fight me on TCG, and I told him I'd fight him. And I think like he said, Diluc is like a starter card, so that's good for me, right? I'm just gonna get that. I'm gonna invest and make that card as strong as possible. So yeah, that's with the TCG. So you're not gonna be seeing me do the TCG quest. That's another day. That I'll probably play TCG. I'm not doing the quest though. That's another day. But today, Inversion of Genesis Interlude Chapter Act 3. That's what we're gonna be doing. So, if you guys don't remember, in Kendrick, you haven't played the story, so I guess this is new to you. In the last Archon quest, what happened? I'm gonna try to name it off the top, or I'm gonna try to say it off the top of my head. In the last Archon quest, basically, in terms of Scaramouche, Nahida took Scaramouche and hid him somewhere. So like, you know, like watching over him after he fell out of the big mechanism thingy that he was powering. Because he was meant to be, you know, a puppet of a god. That's what he is. So that's why he was able to power that. And a lot of stuff was going on there. If you didn't watch the previous Archon Quest episodes, all of them are on my channel. Go in my live stream tab. And I also have a playlist of the story. I've done every single Archon Quest up until now. This one. I don't know where it starts actually. I think it starts with like the first ever Dainsliv quest, but I don't know if I've gotten every single one. But I have a lot of Archon quests on the channel. So if you haven't seen all of the newer the chapters for Sumeru, this is after all of that. So watch that if you haven't watched that yet, and come back to the VOD here. But here we go. Oh, it just takes us straight there.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay. That means facts and logic.
Yo, this is like me talking to Pesky about his goddamn essay.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tataris Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
No, we have people here arguing about.
Well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person. I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's
Tatarasuna.
the
Isn't
only
that a
reason I came
place?
to you.
Isn't that a place in Inazuma?
Yes, you came to me. So all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Okay, but...
Did one of them just mention Tatarasuna?
I picked that up too, Babmon. Let's go.
That's all the way in
I was right. I was right. It's literally somewhere in Inazuma.
It's a tough
Kendrick, you're supposed to know Inazuma like the back of your head.
unusual for someone in
I
Sumeru
did
to
know
wanna
it's only
write a
in
paper
Inazuma.
about that.
And oh wait, she has a long
Everyone
dialogue here.
here's just going about their business. Maybe it really is just Paimon. Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything.
Still, let's go listen in. But yeah, Tatarasuna is a place in Inazuma, and I know Scaramouche's origins go back to Inazuma because he's like a puppet of I don't know all of his story about him. That's like a Kenrick thing.
Great. Let's go find out what this Tatarasuna mystery is all about.
And I guess this is how we get into his origins. Interlude chapter, Act 3, Inversion of Genesis. Now, I don't know how long this is gonna be. I don't remember the last interlude chapter, because like I don't know the chapters by acts and interludes. I mean, it's easier to know a chapter. No, it's acts. It's easier to know it in acts because it goes in order. But I guess interludes just after. Like this is the closing chapter of Inazuma.
For the first draft.
Inazuma,
I have a
Sumeru.
feeling
My
that the
bad.
missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. Ugh. If only we knew where to find that traveler.
Huh?
From what they say about him, this seems like the kind of thing he'd know about.
Wait, what? Him? He'd? Why does it say her there? What the? Looking for me? If you're looking for the traveler, that's me.
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
If you don't believe me, I'll go.
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was
Why
still
does he call it
in Inazuma.
exploits? We're not cheating, I think.
This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion.
Silver-haired
Couldn't
companion.
believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started.
This guy's an accent.
Examining the evidence. Sorry.
Oh, Sawada, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kind of lacking. Traveler,
We don't
I
go
hear
out
you've
much,
helped
so our
many
social
people
skills are
a
lacking.
great deal and been to
He
many
has a hard
places.
accent.
Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
I wouldn't be able to tell you about Tatarasuna, but Kenrick
will.
can. Kenrick will.
We don't know much about that place either.
Paimon!
In fact,
You're supposed to.
we only came
Never
over
mind, you're
here
dumb.
'cause we heard you
You're supposed to
talking
point the camera
about
to
it and
me.
wanted to learn more.
Yeah, you're supposed to push the camera to Kenrick, bro. He's like right here.
I know everything about it.
I see.
I can't help you with this, but I can help you research it if you need me to go somewhere.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's
So how are
past.
we gonna know about it?
Who
Wait,
thought
how?
that?
If
what?
you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatarasuna.
Hold on,
Sure.
Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease
If
yourselves
you
in
say
gently by
deep
taking a
dive
look at
first
Akaba's
read,
latest
I
essay
got
draft.
you.
Oh,
I'm
yo,
there.
what's up, Toaster?
Let
Yeah,
me
what's up,
give you some
boys?
background.
What's
This
up,
all
everyone?
started
So
with the
they're, like, doing
discovery of
a-
some records in Tatarasuna.
Like they're doing some research
the
on
writings
the
mention
origins
someone
of
by the name of
Tatarasuna,
Mikoshi
that place in Inazuma.
Nagamasa, who crafted a fine
Yeah.
blade. But in
I've
the
been
end,
listening.
he threw it into a fire to destroy it and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows. Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger, someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
That's right.
So the
Akaba's
traveler in
teacher has
Paimon?
spent quite some
Basically.
time researching these events on the ground. This Kabuki Mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards,
That's
as
probably
Akaba
Scaramouche.
mentioned,
You think?
things got pretty ugly.
I was thinking the same thing, but I didn't want to
So
say it.
first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens?
Yeah.
Seems kind of fishy
Yeah, that
to
sounds like
Paimon.
Scaramouche.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow, did I get lucky!
Stop shouting!
Yo, and this guy's like passionate and everything. Like, yo, I finally found out what happened, guys. Look, I finally got a breakthrough. Your Paimon was like, shut up. You're too loud. I'm right in front of you, bro. I'm right in front of you. Please.
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out.
No, you're doing a good job. Good job.
It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the government records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that
It
all
just
the
so
aforementioned
happens.
individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago. Even back then, Tatara Suna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Tatara Suna is that place with like the electro in the air, right? That it was like the big furnace or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's what it is. Could it be? Could it be what?
Wait, so there are 2 missing people in the story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
I know the Katahara clan's one of them. That's all I know.
The swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier.
job, Paimon.
So
Yeah, the
basically,
Katahara
this
clan.
Niwa was a distant
Yo!
of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of Ishin
Right,
art.
right. So it was the Katahara plan, but their sword art was Ishin art.
Something then
That's what it
seems
was.
to have happened in the
Paimon knew a
Kaidahara
little bit
clan,
more than me.
leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
There's more.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Paimon's gonna say like, shut up. Just get to the point.
Get to the point.
Okay, not Paimon. Maybe this guy.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki Mono was not a human,
But a puppet.
but a puppet.
That's literally Scaramouche, bro.
That's literally what I said.
Scaramucci, the shogunate's puppet that the Electro Archon made should be ruling Inazuma with her as we speak. It shouldn't be her. It's not that shogun puppet. It's Scaramucci. The Kabuki Mono has to be the balladeer, but what was he doing 400 years ago in Tatara Suna?
Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
Glare at Paimon and hope she keeps her mouth shut.
No, Paimon just meant, how creepy. The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
Please, take a look.
This better not be long. Oh, I don't want to read it. A man arrived in Tatarasuna around 3 in the afternoon. From afar, he spied laborers walking along the mountain roads towards the factories, their shoes scuffing along the jutting stones. They walked like people convinced that so long as they reached the fire raging in the mountain's belly, they might extract from it gems beyond price. The mood that the sight inspired was ineffable, beyond mere description for those not present to witness it. The man barked a cheerful greeting and sprinted to join the procession. There, a towering character who stood half a head taller greeted him with a heavy slap on the back, and yet his words were filled with respect. Do my eyes deceive me, Sir Miyazaki? I cannot think that the return trip here from Inazuma City could have been easy on you. Miyaki smiled like a young man taking the first steps on their journey. Expression relaxed. Why, Katsuragi, Inazuma is the realm of the almighty Shogun. I sailed upon the fastest ship, strode upon the swiftest sea routes. What dangers could I have possibly faced? And what about the good news? There was some, naturally. The two burst into uproarious laughter, roughhousing with the other workers until the path's end. A young man dressed in a linen shirt and wearing a headscarf gazed into the dancing flames of the furnace before him. Now, the flames of a forge are unlike any other, for their intensity affects the resulting integrity of both metal and blade. So too, then was the Flame Watcher an unusual individual. At his fingertips sat a lizard, and on his face he wore a smile. The workshop was huge, and the furnace was deeper within. A reasonable person might think that there should have been many working alongside the Watcher, yet he stood alone. Only when Katsuragi and Miyazaki strode into the room did the Watcher turn. This watcher was Niwa, armory officer and administrator of Tatarasuna. Born to the Niwa clan, which served as one of the three pillars of the Ishin art, Niwa never argued with his siblings and was a worthy successor by all accounts. The post he received as a result of his high standing with those in power served as a statement unto itself. Miyazaki handed a well-bundled text to Niwa as he adjusted his expression. It said, "It is as you have said, sir. The elders of your clan in the city do not think highly of our plan, yet I believe it to be worth a try. As such, I have found the proper vendors and procured the materials that you've requested." Niwa studied the text and nodded. "We should try some of these new forging techniques, whether Keidahara says yay, yeah, or nay." Katsuragi frowned, and with a sigh he said, "Forging is a precise and difficult undertaking. You know this better than most, sirs, and still you seek improvement each day with terrifying drive. Ah, should my lord Nagamasa hear this, the sourness in his face shall be hard to miss." Niwa smiled, replying, "And how does the forging of your lord's great blade, Katsuragi?" Was round, and in the light of fires, looked like an oiled jewel. The young man placed some boxed food at the side, and nodding, he prepared to leave. Katsuragi called out after him, "What about your share? Aren't you going to eat it?" The young man, upon hearing those words, found himself slightly at a loss. After a while, he answered, "Very well, I'll try it. You're welcome to the food. We all eat this at the same fare. After all," Niwa said. The man nodded and left, seemingly deep in thought. That was Extract 1? How long is Extract 2? Why is this so long? I don't even
Alright, buddy, come on. It's alright, come on.
I hate everything. Toaster, your mic's not making it any better.
It's time, bro. Time.
Oh, I'm gonna lose my voice by the end of this quest. Also, I don't even like. I don't. Toaster, fix your mic. Toaster, fix your mic. Toaster, please, for the love of God. Okay, I'm just gonna skip to like the end of each extract. Yet he did not, for the dark cloud swirling dawn had already picked the remnants of the ship clean. The kabuki mono stared at it blankly like an awakening dreamer. When he returned to himself, the clouds had scattered as if they had never been there at all. As for the ship, could it have been struck down by a storm? Who was to know? Not the kabuki mono. Alright, I want to just kind of read the end of these extracts. Like right here. Suddenly, a figure flashed by. Their presence did not go unnoticed by Nagamasa. He drew his blade and cut through the only nicked and silken veil the intruder wore. For a moment, they swayed, and then, like a marionette pulled by strings, they moved behind Nagamasa, laughing darkly. "Are you seeking someone, my lord? Niwa, perhaps?" Nagamasa bellowed in a fury. "You dare address Sir Niwa directly?" Yet, the figure parted like mist before his falling blade, only to rematerialize beyond reach but not beyond sight. A ghastly apparition indeed. "Was it you who slew my people?" Nagamasa howled and charged, held back by only Katsuragi's desperate grip. As his senses returned to him, he realized he was but an inch away from falling into the furnace. It seems that the rest of his work remains unfinished. From the existing text, however, it is apparent that this is a novel of fantastical, colorful, sensible, born from an imagination, well utilized. God, I could literally like run a study group on like Genshin lore.
And please read my essay draft as
No! I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Stop making me read so much.
Come on, Brandon. You're reading. It's Tarnasunar area.
Strange notes. Actually. A lot of thought was put into this. I'm just gonna read the Kabuki Mono part. That's it. I'm not reading this whole thing. I'm literally gonna be sitting here for like maybe 10-20 minutes just reading this, and we aren't even in the Archon quest yet. We're literally at the tip of like we just started the Archon quest. I don't want to spend a century reading. Okay, Kabuki Mono, full name unknown, background unknown. From many sources I have compiled, combined with Rumi's personal observation, this character might have been the puppet mentioned in the rumors. The Kabuki Mono was a figure of fashionable grace and gentleness. According to the hidden tales, he was brought back to Tatarasuna by Katsuragi and became a member of the community. When the Kabuki Mono first arrived in Tatarasuna, he knew nothing of cleaning, cooking, or any art or any work of meticulous nature. The locals taught him their skills over time, showing him how to clean his attire, dance, craft small trinkets. Records state that the Kabuki Mono was there when the Daidatara Nagamasa was forged, though his trail ends before Mikoshi Nagamasa slew Katsuragi. I believe that the Kabukimono was indeed the aforementioned puppet, and that he quite likely had a hand in Katsuragi's death. It seems for the rest of this paper remains unfinished. One thing is for sure, though, a lot of thought was put into it.
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays
Oh,
should
so
be
they basically
grounded
wrote about
in
the same thing,
facts.
like similar.
I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Never heard that one before. Guessay. Has this guy ever written an essay before?
Akaba, look.
God
Your
damn it,
teacher has
Pesky.
researched this extensively.
Yo, it'd be so
I've
funny if
reached
Pesky
out
like
to
tunes into the
everyone I
stream
could
right now.
think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on
I'll
this.
leave you to it. I'm gonna go like,
Other
I'm gonna
stuff
go
to do, so we'll have to
look at
say
some
goodbye
Sumeru
for
flowers.
now.
I don't know.
Good luck with your essay.
Yeah, let me
All
just do
right,
that.
thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know.
Please, bro. Yeah, let me just walk away. Thank you either. Look, I know I don't usually have trouble. I don't have trouble reading. Okay, I can read a very long thing if I really wanted to, but I'm trying to be very time conservative here, and they could not summarize that for me.
It has to do with the balladeer.
Like put this on a wiki, and maybe I'll read it later. But like Jesus, I'm trying to save time here. Yes, it has. Yes, I mean, like, yeah, it does. I mean,
Okay,
you knew
then
that already.
Even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh?
Nope.
After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up.
That is true.
Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it? If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
Why do you cut off here? Why'd you cut off? Wait, what happened? Oh, I see. What's wrong? I think he saw it too, but I don't think he noticed.
Hey,
There's no
did
way.
you see that? He literally just went by, over there.
Unless Paimon is just seeing an illusion or some shit. Oh no, he's actually there.
The balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Kendrick, what is he doing out there, bro? Come on.
He's free.
Follow the figure. Why are you calling it a figure? We clearly know who he is. God damn it. Dude, game immersion. Guys, we do not know. Why, Brando, why are you telling everybody you know who it is? They don't know who it is. Stick to the immersion. Come on. Follow the figure you just saw. We saw a figure just go by here. I wonder, what could this figure be?
Scaramouche.
No, Kendrick, you don't know that. I don't think I would make an educated guess like that.
Why not?
No, it can't be. There's no way. He's locked up, though. He's locked up, though. There's no way. There's literally no way. He's locked up.
Yeah, someone's dressing up as a mirror.
Yeah, you're right. Halloween's done, though. Talk to Nahida. She's smiling.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are.
She's smiling, so maybe she just let him go.
Nahida, bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah, it's him!
Why is she reacting like that? Like, oh, you clearly see he's not doing anything. He's just chilling. Like,
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey, what are you doing in the sanctuary of Surasthana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up?
I mean, I think Nahida hit him, like, here.
I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
There you go.
Deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about.
Yeah, Paimon.
But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Good point.
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
So if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold
Yo,
feet.
is he gonna just taunt us the whole time?
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down?
I mean, sure.
Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us.
As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the balladeer.
If you say so,
Well,
Nahida.
I, for one, have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal
Oh
with
yeah,
the
that is
doctor.
true.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position.
That's the reason I'm doing this quest. I mean, like, it's an Archon question. I was going to stream it anyway, but I want to know how, like, Scaramouche or the balladeer ends up becoming the Wanderer.
Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond.
Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a harbinger anymore?
Yeah, he got fired.
I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming
Damn.
back a loser, so...
So he tossed you out like trash.
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui, and also between each of the harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Really? What a crying shame.
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously. Nahida, don't listen to him.
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
Nahida,
Okay.
are you serious about this?
Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
For me?
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that?
Maybe like she's sending him to do that kind of work, and now we're gonna have to go help him with that. That's probably what this is.
You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category.
Right.
This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information
That
than
is true.
I am.
For those who don't know what a descender is, basically, the Fatui labels people as a descender if they're not from this world. So, like, I think there's, I don't know if it was 3 or 4, I don't remember exactly. It was either 3 or 4. There's either 3 or 4 people that are in Tevat right now that are not from this world, and Aether is one of them. But out of those 3 or 4, Lumine is not one of them. So they didn't label her as a descender, even though she's clearly not from this world. That's what a descender is. Just a quick update in case you don't know that.
He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
What if he lies to you?
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him!
That is 100% understandable. Like, to me, like, I'm kind of chill with, like, Scaramouche, like, teaming with us. But like storyline wise, he has fought us a lot. Like we've encountered him like multiple times. I think this is the third time that we've encountered him. Like our first encounter, it goes all the way back. It literally goes all the way back to Unreconciled Stars. That's where we first saw Scaramouche when we were with Mona and Fischl. It was a story quest from very long ago. I don't even know. I don't think I recorded it. But that was our first time we ever saw him. If you played back then for that event, but if you didn't, the first time you saw him was in Inazuma, the Inazuma main story quest when Yai Miko bails us out with the Gnosis. Right? That's the second encounter if you played from the start. But that's the first encounter for anybody who didn't play that event. Then, if you did play from the start, the third encounter will be here in Sumeru when we see him. But it would be second for anybody, once again, who didn't play that for that event. Unreconciled Stars. I wish I could say go watch a video on it, or like if I uploaded anything about it. But I guess you might find something else if you were to Google it, I think. But I don't have a video about Unreconciled Stars. But I did play it. So yeah, that's that.
I understand.
We've met him a lot of times.
But sometimes everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone.
Oh, look how sad he is.
Searching for the one candle whose light still burns.
Poor Aether, bro.
As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
Thank you, Nahida.
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
Oh man, dude, no, just thinking back, we had like 5 chapters of Sumeru, bro. That was like insanely, so much has happened within these 5 chapters. It's been crazy. It's actually been like insanely crazy that we made it this far. We're like wrapping up Sumeru. I think Interlude is like.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I think Interlude is like the end, right? So this is like the last Archon quest of Sumeru, I'm assuming.
I was going to contact
I don't
you
know,
about that.
It could be.
But then you suddenly showed up on your own
This is
accord.
the conclusion.
Seems
That's
like
what
you
Interlude
have
is?
a telepathic connection. In fact, I was
Can I
going to
Google
ask you to
Interlude?
supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I
Yeah, I knew she was gonna ask us to watch over it, like to go with him and investigate.
Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind
Alright, I
at
got you.
ease.
Yeah, 100%. I got
Of
you.
course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
I'm glad to be of help.
Great. Thank you. Prepare
Let's get to work then.
yourselves. I'm going to
Oh, we're going in.
transport you into Irminsul.
We're going straight in. Let's go.
What
going
is
in.
Irminsul?
See, if anybody ever asked me that question, I was scared if anybody would ever ask me that question. I can't describe it to you. I'm sorry. It's just like, it's like this, like, spiritual place.
Pretty different here
That,
compared
like-
to last time.
It's like this,
The
like,
colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
it's basically like this place that you can connect to with your mind.
This is the place Colleen was in her dream, right?
I guess. But basically,
Like when we first saw Sumeru.
see, Sumeru is so complex, right? The whole dreaming thing, and the Akasha terminals, and the Irminsul, like it's so complex, right? And like I know a good chunk of story because I've been playing for so long. But if you ask me what Irminsul is, the best answer I'm gonna give you is that it's like a place where you connect to with your mind that has information. It's like I think it's like the world's information or something. It's like think of it as like a big ass dictionary.
So it's the internet.
Yeah, but you have to go there with your mind.
So
Interlude,
Look at that.
interlude is
Hot
the
on my heels.
pause between the acts.
You know,
A
you
pause
didn't have
between
to
the
cut
acts. Yeah,
the
exactly.
catch-up short
This
just
is
to keep
this
me
is
company. Oh,
Okay, yeah. So
but
it
I
is a pause
guess you
between.
panicked
Yeah,
when
that
you
sounds about
realized
right.
that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
No, he just sent me to babysit you. he's not even gonna sugarcoat or anything. He's like, nah, I'm just like here to travel with you, watch over you, you know, help you out. No, just we're babysitting you. That's it.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Yo!
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need
Yep.
to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, You'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru.
Right.
Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively
Yeah, it just has lots of information.
torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through.
No, but if anybody can explain Irminsul a little better than me, then actually please comment down below. Like, I would actually appreciate that. And you would be helping a lot of other people that don't know either.
Between you on both sides. But
This is
it
something I should
essential
know,
that
but
you
like...
remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
Understood. It's just a little, it's just insanely a little...
But only
That's
until this
contradictory.
mission's
It's
over.
complex. That's it. Alright. Let's go.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are gonna be traveling
Yeah,
together.
Paimon, get
after
off his
all.
ass, bro. Come on.
Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
You sure
Oh,
are
he thinks they're
confident.
pretty.
Paimon will give you that.
Hmm.
You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going.
I
Or
mean,
did you need some time
he was
to
here 400
mentally
years
prepare
ago.
yourselves?
Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
There's no need for all the biting sarcasm. Focus on doing your job.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Scaramouche, he's definitely a character. He's definitely a character. That's all I'll say.
Darn it. Come on, let's catch up with him.
He didn't even walk that far.
Yeah, where did he go? He literally disappeared, bro. He disappeared.
He
No, but,
walked into the sapling.
but yeah,
I like how
it's-
Brain said, Paimon, get off his ass.
yo, yeah, dude, like Paimon's going crazy right now, bro. Paimon's like talking crap. Oh, we've seen this
So
place before.
This is the inside of Irminsul.
It's different than what I imagined.
Ooh. Paimon's never seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
You know what vibes I got from this place?
Toasters in his income?
What?
Makoto?
What?
Actually, that would have been maybe second. But the first vibe that I got off of this place was like that domain with do you remember on the islands? That Mona's domain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those are the vibes I got instantly the moment we enter here.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat.
Okay, that's what it is.
Every bit of information flowing here means something.
Wait, I think we get information on him in here too, right? I think.
Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is
Not
it that
even on the floor,
Paimon
though.
just wants to do the opposite of everything he said?
It's because of the way he says it, Paimon. Look, hold yourself back just for a little bit. Just a little bit.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go.
Talking like we're on like some
Stay
crazy
close.
mission right now.
Don't go running off.
I mean, you are.
Say we did
we are,
go
right now.
running off in here. What would happen? What are you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost.
God damn it.
Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to
You know,
stick close to me.
I'll trust him with this one. I mean, he's got like Commander Nahida on like standby, so.
This guy's marching like a drill general.
Yeah, he's literally like leading me to victory right now.
These
That's what it is.
sapling things have spread out.
Continue exploring. The fragments dissipated and the space seems to be affected.
Those are all packets
Where am
of
I going,
information
bro?
from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch
Oh, so I'm
them.
not allowed to touch them. What happens if I do touch them? The location
Yeah,
changes.
but
Like,
it's
we'll be
up-
transported to another path.
You get teleported like you just did, yeah.
Bum bum ba-da-dum bum 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 bum.
Brando, no.
Bum ba-da-dum. But he's touching it. He's the one that. What? Where'd it go? Huh? Oh, okay,
It
cool.
looks the same in every direction.
Ba-da-dum bum 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 bum. The space is indeed unusual, but it seems the Balladeer is more used to this than I. Ba-da-dum bum bum ba-dum ba-dum. I think he's just teleporting me everywhere because he knows what he's doing.
You mentioned about getting lost.
Oh, dude. Oh, it's that kind of
Actually telling the
maze.
truth.
It's like a teleport maze. It's the artificial island all over again.
Is he mocking me again? What?
Paimon! Hold back!
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
Yeah.
Shut up, kidder. What happens if I walked off? I should have walked off. I
We're
should have walked
here.
off. Nobody told me to walk off, so I didn't walk off.
What a huge tree!
This is the center of Irminsul. All the information in the world is flowing through.
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
Am I?
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
He hasn't put up any resistance, and he seems good at working on the front line. Maybe he had a similar role in the Fatui? First, Akuba and Sawada's stories, now this. What a strange individual.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
Okay, so he's like getting information right now or something?
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Just
Traveler,
sit back and relax.
Paimon, would you like to talk?
How'd you know I was bored? Is this telepathic
Yes.
conversation?
I've also invited Paimon to
Oh,
join.
you invite she moved Palmon to the call.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other.
Get her out, kick her out, kick her out, kick her out! I guess you don't want to disturb the melody.
That's part of it. Plus,
It'd be so funny,
we're
just imagine
friends.
she just like removes her for the call for a little bit.
Talking like this
That
once
brings
in
her
a
back.
while.
Paimon's never tried
Alright.
this before.
I'm at work. I'll see you guys later.
Alright, see you later, Tozer.
Yeah.
Paimon's been wanting
Yeah.
to ask
Yep.
you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
Yes, and he seems to excel. He seems to excel at doing odd jobs for
As
others.
I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Is it about his past, the betrayals, and the other events in Inazuma?
Well done. Smart and attentive as always.
Actually, I caught a glimpse of a few things when I ran into Apasia at Party's DI. Oh yeah, the flashbacks. You relate to what you saw in Balladeer's mind. Well, they're not gonna play it
So,
back.
You made contact with that
We saw
part of
it.
his mind.
We did see it. I just don't remember exactly what happened.
It's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
You're asking the right questions, Paimon.
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes.
There's like nothing she
I
doesn't
know
know.
about all of that.
Really?
That's the Dendro
Because
Archon.
from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
You tell Nahida about the story. Aqua and Sawada are writing.
How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
So the Gese got it right?
Well,
The guess
they
say.
guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
Why do you know that though?
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
We have every right to keep certain things confidential.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
But Nahida said that there was.
How did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
I mean, I think he had to know, because if he didn't know, he wouldn't know what to look for.
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
Every conversation with you is hard work, but your attitude is better than I thought.
Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? Wait.
What? What was that?
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
What was that?
Anonymous data.
Anonymous data?
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is
Yes,
worth
yes,
the
fast.
risk? We are talking about Tatara
It's
Suna's
Tatara
furnace,
Suna,
after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
That name. Niwa was the man in charge at Tatara Suna. Plus, he belongs to the lineage of Ishinheart.
Whoa!
Huh? Cutscene? Did we get dragged into a cutscene? Did our minds get dragged into...
I have been in Tatara Suna for
Huh?
some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else.
Are we playing one of the characters
Under
or something?
your leadership,
What?
Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place. Like a giant village. People are gainfully employed. Their lives have purpose. They are motivated. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise
I
to
forgot to mention
generations
that.
of swordsmiths.
What?
Some
The
world-renowned,
writing. That's what
others
the,
unknown. All
that's what
passing
Abe
on their
was doing during
legacy.
that time.
She
She was-
During what time?
She would during this time when the sabotage happened in Tarazuna, she was fighting the Inazuman War at this time.
How'd you know that?
I know everything about A.
Okay, Kenrick.
Skills,
Yeah.
blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At
Are you
least
playing
not
as
on the
Niwa?
same timescale.
I
You allowed
That's
Akame to
Niwa.
take all the credit for a method that you
think we were
jointly
the other guy
developed.
for a second.
He
The
sold
the
it to
red
me,
one.
and
I mean, I
now
don't think we're him now that
every
the camera
piece of
zoomed
ore
out.
here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain
Yeah,
one
maybe.
of Tatara Suna's key consultants.
Because he's talking for himself
looking
now.
right here alongside
If it was us, we wouldn't know any of this.
I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma. And it has been my great honor
You know
to
what they
befriend
remind
you
me of?
all.
What?
So you say,
The
Escher.
two
The two
the
guys in
two
Leeway?
Is this really the truth?
What?
Yeah, I read your mind like a book. Okay, that's what you are.
My good sir,
Mm,
what do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate.
I meant
I
the
didn't
two
want to
authors
believe that
in
things
the
could turn
beginning.
out
You meant.
this way.
Yeah, that's what I meant too.
What'd
What'd you think I meant?
What have we gained
The
from
two guys
adopting your
anyway?
new technology?
Shut up.
Ominous black smoke, mounting production problems. Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate. And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope, but that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
This went from like them like having like some casual conversation, yo, thanks for joining the industry or whatever, and then it just started to be like, yo, so you don't care about these people that are dying, huh?
It's passive
Mr.
aggression.
Niwa,
Yeah.
are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Why are
Drop
they so
the
close
act.
together?
We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatarasuna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left?
Oh shit.
But you have all
Oh
your answers
shit.
by now.
Oh shit.
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
Or he's gonna kill him.
A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
Damn.
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human.
Balladeer?
You're
Wait, was
just
he Balladier's
missing a
friend?
heart.
Or like...
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But... this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui Harbinger.
What the?
Call me...
Huh?
the Doctor.
Wait.
He was the doctor?
Oh wait, is he like younger Doctor? Cause remember, like, actually no, I don't know if you know this. You know, Doctor has like clones of himself.
Yeah, I do know that.
Yeah, he made clones of himself from different timelines. So this is like, I mean, he's not that young. He has a beard, but like this is like a.
Fatui?
Oh man.
What do you
Doctor
want?
goes all the way back to here.
Just to create a
400 years ago?
minor inconvenience.
This is 400
for
years
your
ago?
Nation.
This is 400 years ago.
Oh
yeah.
wait, yeah, he did freeze his
That's
age.
why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Energy from the crystal marrow. Yeah, it makes sense now.
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
Did he just die here? Oh man.
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as one of us. He has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat.
All you did was like stab him in the back.
I say,
You're being
Mr.
so
Miwa,
powerful.
let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa, already dead.
Damn.
What a pity.
There he is, the doctor.
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was.
Yo, he's an ass.
I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
So what does that have to do with Scaramouche?
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore. Dottore! Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine?
He was the one behind the Tatarasuna incident.
But why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so. But it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very
It
well
was
what
supposed to
that
be him.
means. Even more so than I.
This betrayal was a
doctor.
lie that he has believed for hundreds of years. Was this part of Doctor's experiment? If the betrayal never happened, it existed only in his imagination. But where does this leave him?
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be anywhere near him right now.
Okay, let's go over there. And then we just teleport somewhere else.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
It means that his betrayal was set
I'm
up.
still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Nobody has
'Cause he
ever
killed
deceived
Niwa.
you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete
Yeah.
picture. Katsuragi
Oh, she's gonna
took the
explain to us.
Kabukimono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as a mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, This device seems to have protected me. What's in it? The mechanic answered. Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for. He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants. The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it has protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him.
That's why it's so
Yet,
big for
this
him.
very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible.
He pinned everything on Niwa.
Yeah. Being betrayed and abandoned by a close friend is sure to cause great resentment. Now we know what was behind his decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden 100 years ago. But it doesn't mean that vengeance was the right decision.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
So what now? Wait for a while.
Tottori, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Do we just sit here and wait? What if I walk off into the distance? I can't even walk out of the map. I tried. I tried, guys. I tried. A while later.
Shall we see how he's doing?
How long's a while?
Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
He's smiling.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
We just want to make sure this doesn't affect the plan.
It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, aren't you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here.
That is true.
But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Tevat.
Oh, so it doesn't log any information on them.
Does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Dot dot dot.
No, we didn't leave empty-handed.
Not expected, but still, thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Okay.
Huh? About what?
The reason why there are records about your sister in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was her
Everything
first
is about
destination when
Conria.
she arrived in this world. Plus, she only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded?
The jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your sister for a time.
The Jester? Another Fatui Harbinger?
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Oh, this is it.
Huh? What have you done?
Oh, I think he blocked. I think he blocked communications from Nihida.
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
Sure, what do you want to know?
Give me your hand.
That's not a question. That's not a question. Huh?
Can you hear my voice inside your head?
Are you
Yeah.
trying to brainwash me?
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you.
No, Paimon's like, tell me, put me in the call as well.
So tell me,
Put me in the Skype call.
in this world, is it possible to change the past?
Yeah?
Do I have to answer it like genuinely, like yes or no? Cause like
Yeah?
Cause I'm trying to think like all the way back. No. Maybe. Why would you ask that?
Done.
Huh? happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
He got his answer. Like, he
Nothing.
got his answer.
I was just thanking him for helping me.
But that was because I know about Greater Lord Rukadevada. Uh-oh, I think he, by not denying it
So
immediately, he
long.
knew. What? But I didn't get to read
I
that.
suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Valdir, stop!
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
Where's he going?
He's gonna go change the past.
How?
From this day forth,
I don't know.
the names Balladeer and Kabuki Mono will cease to exist.
Wait. Oh no, he's doing that thing that that Greater Lord Rukadevada did. The thing where like she. Oh wait, no, you don't know about that.
Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Is he actually gonna change something, or like? Maybe. No, because his whole appearance changes too. Maybe that might be it. But if he removes his existence from the world, like from back then, no. I want to just go ahead. I'm not gonna speculate. Let's go.
Don't do anything stupid.
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right.
What is he gonna do with
It's time
Ermin's
to
soul?
solve this once
He's
and
gonna
for all.
change the past.
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow.
What about Nahida? Is she still? Is he still in comms? We're just standing here, just like looking for him. I don't think we're gonna find him like this. We're just running around in circles.
Oh,
Anything, Paimon?
no. He's really gone.
Oh, can you hear me?
Oh, okay. She got her communication back up.
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out.
Yep, I figured that much. You tell Nahida everything that happened.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him.
I'm
Sorry,
like
Nahida.
concerned. Like, where did he go? Where did he go?
It's
Like,
not
what
your
is he trying to
fault.
do?
Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it.
I mean, like, he wants to change the past now. I mean, he asked us, and we said, why would you want to change the past? I think maybe we, like, if someone's asked a question like, why would you want to change the past? That means that there's a possibility that you can change the past if you answer that way.
You
We're
see
running
those little
out of
dots on the
time.
tree?
Follow my lead and get out of Erminsoul as soon as possible.
Doesn't that look like Paimon's cape?
What?
The little dots on the tree. It looks like that thing that comes out of Paimon when she floats around. Those
We
little-
still
that little-
don't even know what Paimon like actually is. So she's another mystery.
She's gonna be like the final boss.
Because she's the final boss of Genshin Impact. No, but like, so there was, I guess while I'm loading, there was this thing that happened in the Archon quest, right? Have you ever heard the name Lord Rukadevada? A Greater Lord Rukadevada?
I've heard of it. Yes.
Okay, it was basically the Dendro Archon that ruled before Nahida. Right? And
Okay.
And after you finish the Archon quest, everybody forgets her. Like, we're the only one that knows her because we're not from this world, so we weren't affected by that.
We're out.
But everybody else in the world doesn't know her, and her whole message was "World, forget me."
Or something?
I don't know. I think that's what Scaramouche wants to do, but I don't know how he's gonna go
This
about
is an
doing it.
emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you.
Isn't there anything I can do?
I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
All right,
An
fine.
emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
Throw me back in there. Just throw me back in there.
If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant?
Oh, I guess we could tell
And why
Paimon
did
so she
he
doesn't know.
suddenly grab onto you before?
Paimon doesn't remember Great Lord Rukkhadevata, and the Balladier's question was a strange one. It's hard to explain it in full, and the truth might be very distressing for Paimon. I'll skip to the part about Great Lord Rukkhadevata for now and focus on the Balladeer. Do you tell Paimon what the Balladeer asked you and what he might have been planning?
He wants to change the past?
I told you.
Surely that's impossible.
It's not easy, that's for sure.
Right. You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life.
That's what you think, Paimon, but it's already been rewritten.
It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it.
Yeah, great example.
So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do.
He wants to save Niwa.
Paimon's so confused.
Maybe he wants to erase himself from history. That's what I just said. I literally just said that's exactly what Greater Lord Rukkhadevata did. She erased herself from history. That's why Aether's the only person that knows about her. Nobody else does.
Huh?
Oh, well.
Good
luck drinking water from that. Paimon, are you okay?
Sorry. Paimon accidentally...
It's Balladier's fault.
It's the Balladier's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress.
Yeah, Balladeer dropped that on the floor.
Erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul?
Not necessarily, but maybe. I'm just guessing here. Even Aether knows that it's possible, but he's not gonna just tell her.
Paimon's overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working. Ugh. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
Yeah, Iron Shogun would be affected.
Indeed, if the Balladeer does erase himself from Irminsul, many people in Inazuma will be affected. I can't imagine what that situation would look like. Worst case scenario, it will affect everyone with a connection to the Raiden, Gokuden, Kazuha, Ayaka, Ayato. Will this mean that they'll disappear?
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next?
We go back in?
Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
But Paimon's
Go to sleep and wait 2 days?
worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight.
Yeah, me neither.
So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things?
Sure.
Heck, if that doesn't work, Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety here.
Anyways, she's gonna say sticky honey roast.
All right,
That's where we're starting.
Paimon will start. First
What?
Munstad
What?
grilled fish. Oh, and chicken
You started with
mushroom
Mondstadt grilled fish? I thought you would have said sticky honey roast. Paimon, you betrayed me.
stew, sauteed matsutake,
I haven't.
Yeah, I like
and
bacon, egg, and cheese.
chicken, almond tofu.
Where's the
and
sticky honey roast?
Also, Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls, triple layered.
Yo, she got the whole menu in the top of her head.
And
What's happening? What's happening to my screen? What's happening? What's happening? Yo, the reality's twisting. What happened? The world changed. Something changed. Oh wait, never mind. We just like talked until they my mom was wrong.
what do we?
Something happened.
What was Paimon supposed to be doing just
You were listing foods,
Paimon
yeah.
was talking.
Oh.
Huh.
You were getting so worried about the situation with Balladeer that you started listing
What she was
foods.
talking about?
I'm gonna say, who's the Balladeer?
What's it again?
No, wait. Actually, Kenny, that's such a good guess. That she's gonna ask who's the Balladeer.
Hmm?
Ah! Yo!
Is that a food too?
Oh no! He succeeded?
Name though.
He succeeded? Oh. Oh, shoot, he pulled it off? But how did he have that ability? This doesn't make sense.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
No, it's nothing.
So, the Balladeer. Is that someone's name? Cause it sounds like a
She doesn't
nickname
know.
or something.
Oh. Don't. There's no point in explaining. It's gonna take too much. If this really is happening, I need to know what else changed. Paimon, come with me.
Okay, sure. Where are we
Go back to
I want to go back to Inazuma. We gotta make sure Inazuma's alright.
But is everything okay? You're
Yeah,
acting
please.
like this is an emergency.
Now's not the time to
Check on the-
explain. Let's get over there first.
check
Oh
on the
man,
right
dude, what the? Yo, there's no way he succeeded.
Check on the Raiden Shogun.
Is that why he's called the Wanderer? Because like we don't know him anymore, or like nobody knows him? Does he actually succeed in erasing himself? Like what? Yo, oh man. This is getting interesting. Oh man.
Please check on the Shogun, bro. Please, please, please.
No, she's gonna be fine. She's gonna be fine.
No, bro. Please check on her, please.
No, she'll be fine. No, she'll be fine. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. She'll be fine.
No. She created the puppet.
She'll be fine, okay? She'll be fine.
No. Please, Brent. I beg you. This one favor.
She'll be fine.
This one favor I ask.
Alright. Amenoma Togo. Hello.
We've made it to Amenoma Smithy.
Ah, it's been a while.
Pardon me, I'd like to ask a question if I may.
Of course. Go ahead.
About the Raiden Gokuden, could you tell me that story one more time?
Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. Very well. I'll tell you what I know once more. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Amenoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju. The art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Over time, the 5 branches diverged from one another as generations of bladesmiths honed and perfected their craft until they became 5 distinct traditions. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline, and for a long time, only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art.
Right.
Now, 2 clans remain of the original Gokuden 5. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged
when he made that sword that we have from Kazuo's story quest.
Oh, yeah, we were. Paimon remembers that now. We learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden
I
then,
don't.
too. It seems like such a shame.
What was the reason behind the decline?
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed.
No,
In fact,
no.
This was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaedehara Kazuha about this.
Yo, they mentioned
He told me
Kazuha.
that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, it was right that I should know the truth. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale. The
Well, spit
Raiden
it out, old
Gokuden
man.
were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful? Why?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa.
Okay,
though
we're hearing
he had
about Niwa
family
now.
ties to the Kaedehara clan, knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives. Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but neither of them made
So
it
he
out.
died anyway?
The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphaned son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful at the world.
Didn't he go back to prevent his death?
In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty Shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation bore this grudge, living in utter misery. Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could do nothing to change it. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's forging industry. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan, which he belonged to. His goal was absolute, the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokuden. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end.
Okay, so they lived.
He failed to catch them unawares.
I don't think they'd kill any of the characters we're playing right now
and
like
they
that.
did not spare his life. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones, under the dire circumstances.
The legend of the Raiden Gokuden has changed. Someone else attacked the swordsmiths. Looks like the Balladeer did something in Irminsul, but it seems Niwa still died. Yeah, I just said that. He went back to try to like stop Niwa from dying or something, but he died anyway.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Have you seen Kazuha recently?
Kazuha? Why, yes.
I was gonna learn some more from him.
Yesterday, in fact. We spoke for a while over some tea. He seemed well.
So he still exists, and he's the same Kazuha I know. Things don't seem as bad as I feared last night. That's all. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right?
Yep.
Your expression says it all.
Thank you,
Can't
Paimon.
hide anything from Paimon.
Thank you, Paimon.
On to the next stop. Lead the way, traveler. Paimon will be
That
right
mean-
behind you.
That means Mona never met the Balladeer.
Dude, I want to make a statement at the end of this Archon quest. I want to make a statement at the end of this Archon quest. I don't want to say it now, but I want to say it. Why am I lagging so much? Jesus Christ, Lord Almighty, please. Sorry.
That means Unreconed Style Stars never happened.
Yeah, I know. That's like game breaking actually. But like, I want to talk about this like after the Archon quest because it'll feel more better once we're concluded and we know everything that's happened. Because this is huge. This is huge. To the storyline, at least, this is huge.
Here. This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters, so...
Traveler, it's been a while.
Hello?
If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is unfortunate. They're not here right now.
Damn.
Are they
Where is
out
she?
on business?
The Commissioner is out
business.
on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place. If it's
Well,
urgent,
can you get her?
you're welcome to wait inside until they get back.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
Thank you. We'll take you up on that offer. Can we take a walk in the courtyard?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I think it should be okay.
We'll be heading in then. Thanks.
All right. Yeah, we got privileges.
Miss
Hello,
Kamisato.
dears. Is there something you want to say?
I feel like we just came to Inazuma and now we're just interrogating everyone or like asking questions. Ma'am, could I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course, traveler. Yes, I know who you are. Miss Kamisato has told me about you. What would you like to know?
How are the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato these days?
Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy attending all kinds of meetings and occasionally paying visits to some local organizations on the Commissioner's behalf. As for the Commissioner himself, well, you know, busy as ever. That much hasn't changed. Although, he does seem to be in a rather good mood these days.
So pretty much business as usual in the Yashiro Commission, huh?
Very much so.
Aito is still the Yashiro Commissioner. Aiko is still the lady of the house. No changes here. As far as I could see, nothing's changed in the Yashiro Commission either. I was expecting as much, but it's still a big relief to know that the Kamisato siblings are both safe and well.
Well, got any more questions?
That's all for now. Many thanks.
You're very welcome.
Okay, so nothing changed
in
here.
fact, I would love nothing more than for you to come and visit
Okay,
more
old lady, we gotta go.
often.
Yeah.
I'm sure you must be far too busy to have time
Bro,
for
because she
that.
keeps talking. I gotta go.
Miss
Path change.
Kamisato talks about you all the time.
Oh my god.
She seems so thrilled
She talks
to
so
have
slow
you
as
a
well.
friend, and she's always saying how talented you are and
Yes,
how
yes, yes,
much
yes. Oh,
she
thank you, old lady. Thank you.
admires you. I
Please,
must
I need to go.
say,
I gotta go.
many
I must go. I'm
things
flattered.
in Inazuma seem to have taken a turn for the better since you arrived here. So you're not just Miss Kamisato's knight in shining armor, you know. You're a hero to us
I'm flattered.
all.
We can go now, right?
I mean, whenever the commissioner
Oh,
dines at
God.
home, Toma always joins him. I always find myself at my most relaxed.
We have to go.
observing the two
We have to
of them,
save. We have to save.
listening
We have to
to
save
them
whatever
chat
current
away.
predicament we are in right now.
Can someone erase her from
Commissioner
time,
has
please?
such a busy schedule that he doesn't always have.
Are we gonna
the
go see
chance
Kazuha
to
next?
take
I think
his
we're gonna go see
meals at
Kazuha next.
home.
We have to go see
Given
Kazuha.
the opportunity,
We're saving the world.
He always prefers to dine here. They say.
Oh my God!
Is a much better
Please!
than most.
Old lady.
Oh, the commissioner is so fond of
There's no way she
home
has more to say. No.
comforts. They get to
There's no way.
talking about you
No.
sometimes too. you
Old
know.
lady,
Always with a very
Thank you for the
fond
information, but I need
tone.
to go save the
way
world.
one would talk about
old lady.
dear old friends around whom one
We're trying to
can
save the world right now.
truly Be themselves.
Is the Archon quest?
Yeah.
Miss
Oh, okay.
Kamisato occasionally joins
Boom.
them as well.
Oh, Miss
Whenever the
Kamisato.
whole family
We're saving the
gets
world right now,
together
Sean.
And they start talking about people they've met and experiences they've
What does this
had.
have to do with the
You
story?
always get a mention. It's been many years now since the
Okay,
late
I gotta go. I don't have
Mr.
time for the
and
story.
Mrs. Kamisato passed away. As someone who is old and gray enough to have watched their son and daughter, so in the future, if you ever do have the time, please know you are always very welcome at the Yashiro Commission headquarters.
Thank you very much. I'll visit again.
Wonderful.
Paimon likes it here too. Also, you were saying something about the food here being really great.
Paimon, why are you starting a side conversation?
Paimon's itching to try it. We may just have to invite ourselves around for dinner sometime. Paimon meant we should come pay a visit again real soon.
Yeah.
Ideally around dinner time.
Yeah, let's do that.
Of course. You're always welcome.
Alright, goodbye.
I gotta go.
Hey, all right, then we get to go now. Oh, Tadro Suna, that's where we're going next.
Where are we going next? Great.
Let's go.
Goodbye, ma'am.
I don't know why we're going there. I thought we were gonna talk to Kazuha first, but I guess we're going there. All
All right, then.
right, let's go.
Bye, old lady.
Are you two leaving already?
Yep, we got what we needed.
Everything's taken care of now. Don't worry.
Very well. Safe travels.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, I like your conversations. They're mad quick. See? Nice and efficient. Now we gotta figure out what the hell's going on. What happened here? What changed here? This is literally big, and you're right, Kenrick. It does change history a lot in the thing. That's why I wanted to talk about it at the end. I want to talk about it at the end of the quest. About like this is the second time that they're doing something that overwrites like the timeline. Cause like I did not think the story was gonna get this deep.
Yeah,
But-
well.
But I don't know what clues we're gonna be looking for over here. Huh? Yo, it's my boy Xavier! I remember this guy.
Huh?
He was there for that side quest.
But what are we looking for? Something or someone?
Do my eyes deceive me? Or is it the traveler and Paimon?
Xavier? What are you
Xavier.
doing here?
I was in the general
Xavier.
area, and now I'm in this specific area.
Value.
There, that's me. So what about you two?
We have some
Yeah, that's
questions
me.
and thought you might be able to help.
How much? Do you know much about Tadro Suna?
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth. If there's anything you want to know, just ask away.
How well do you understand the history of this area?
Like the back of my hand.
Okay, good. You're gonna be helpful. You're gonna be very
Make
helpful.
no mistake, I have been here a good many times before. Not
Now,
only
run it back,
that,
run it
but
down.
I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago. They said it's all true, the history here.
Go on, I'm listening.
Hmm? Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? know?
No, I'm
the
listening.
tale of Tatarasuna starts a long time
Actually, are we
ago.
gonna go specific? Are we gonna tell them like where to speak from specifically?
I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation. Goes back around 1,000 years. Still, the furnace has had a couple of serious maintenance issues along the way.
A couple? When exactly?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology
That's
upgrade.
Doctor.
It seems like the technological collaboration between
I
our
think
two
that was
nations
Doctor.
goes back a long way. How about that?
Mechanic. Looks like the doctor still sabotaged the furnace, leading to all the ensuing chaos.
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about Tatarasuna? Come on, ask already.
I am.
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know.
Shut up, Paimon. Just listen. We're saving the world.
Feels like we've been preparing for a history exam.
We
or
are.
something.
Now be quiet and let him talk.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden
Pretty much.
burning
Duh.
desire for
Yeah,
historical
no explanation. Just
knowledge?
pretty much. So can I ask you one more question?
Sure. Go ahead.
Have you ever heard of a kabuki mono connected to the
A
Tatarasuna?
kabuki mono? No, I can't say that I have. I do know the word. Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatarasuna is concerned.
So there's no more kabuki mono. Did the Ballader really manage to erase himself from history completely? If so, he must have wanted to change the world and revert everything back to the way it was. But so far, it looks like the majority of changes have only affected himself. Thank you, Xavier.
Of course.
Yeah, I don't think he thought it
Don't mention
through.
it.
Yeah, he didn't think it through, bro.
Oh, we're leaving? Okay, bye.
Yeah, but
Xavier.
Paimon's got no idea.
Oh, you're most welcome. More than happy to help. Farewell.
Well, maybe he also wanted to get rid of the guilty fell.
Looks like you got all the information.
Maybe,
you're
but like,
looking for.
but what's his name still ended up dying. Niwa still ended up dying. So it's like he didn't prevent that. at
He should have
all.
went back in time and stopped the doctor.
Time to go back and
That's-
see Lesser Lord Kusanagi.
Sure, but what's up with you today?
Don't.
Whatever it is,
I'll
it
answer
seems
you
like
later.
it's really
I'll answer you later.
troubling you.
I'll answer you
Yeah,
later.
don't be like that old lady.
Spino
Don't be like that old
Crocodile.
lady.
Spino
No matter
Crocodile.
What happens, Paimon will always be there for you.
All right, thank you, Paimon.
Hey, don't mention it. All right, let's head off and go meet Nahida.
I don't like that laugh.
Hopefully Nahida knows something, because if she doesn't know something, then we're kind of screwed. We kind of don't know what's going on if Nahida doesn't know something. Because she said, oh yeah, don't worry, I'll deal with it. And then we just get like sent to wherever we are now, right? Because something changed. Something from the past did change. And it didn't affect, like, you know,
Bro,
people that we know. Like, it didn't
This
affect them.
Archon quest is deep. It's
No,
deep.
it is. It's the same as the Sumeru Archon quest. How Act 5 ended. It's crazy actually. You're basically overwriting an entire history for the game. But it's like it's always gonna be there, but like no one's gonna know about it other than Traveler, and yeah, that's it. Really, not even Nahida knew about that. Okay, so let's see what happens here.
Hey, it's them.
Oh man, it's these guys. Wait. These were the guys who were in the beginning. These are the guys who were researching the whatever happened at Tatarasuna, right? If they're acquainted with that topic still, then we can learn everything from them right now.
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Are you still talking about the essay?
Indeed we are. If you have a moment, we'd love for you to join us once more.
We have time. What do you want to talk to us about?
They might give us some information.
The same topic we discussed last time. Obviously.
Give me the rundown.
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh? Should we join them?
Perfect. These two have researched Tatarasuna's past. Let's hear what they have to say.
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real
Oh my god.
progress.
The article that you let me read last time was great. Can I read it again? Are we gonna look for changes? Please highlight it in blue if there are changes.
Huh? Oh, of course.
Oh, God.
Oh god damn it, bro. So what's the difference? What happened? What's different about this one?
Remember, there was a section for the Kabiki Mono.
Oh. Okay, they did highlight it. Thank you. Thank you, game. Thank you. They highlighted it. Okay, I'll read the yellow part. That's it. I'm actually glad they highlighted it because if they didn't, I was gonna like like just skip past this. A great many of these rumors revolved in around the yokai, who are so very characteristic of Inazuma's folks' histories. A small portion, however, repeatedly mentions the word outsider. It should be known that the appearance of such a character, who is suspected to be based on a real person, is a very curious case. This fact drew the attention of the researchers to delve further, and eventually the following pieces of information came to light. The foreign mechanic once visited to Tarsuna. Reportedly, the reason for his immigration was to exchange knowledge and forge ties with the locals. However, the mechanic seemed to behave suspiciously, often wandering on the essential or restricted areas, and if someone tried to turn him away, they would only earn incomprehensible mumbles from his lips. The mechanic often stared into the furnace, seemingly to check on his condition. Unsettling, he also spent a substantial amount of time watching the local residents. Judging from the era, it was not uncommon to see cross-cultural exchanges of technical knowledge in places such as Tatarasuna. After traveling across the tides, foreign experts are being welcome in the region was likely not unreasonable either. Yet, calamity came no long after this exchange of knowledge, which hints at high potential for causation between these events. However, some current residents believe that these assumptions were merely the result of their forebears' overactive imaginations attempting to theorize how things actually unfolded. I think that mechanic was Dodore, right? And then there's one more. The mechanic. Long have I delved through many texts and documents, but I was ultimately unable to decipher even a specter of a clue as to his background. Still, mentions of the mechanic grew scarcer in the aftermath of Tatarasuna incident. I speculate that instead of the mechanic possibly being a figure woven from overripe imaginations, he actually did exist, and perhaps even had a hand in the events that took place in Tatarasuna.
I presume you'll want to read mine as well. Here.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, no, yes, we need this information, and it's not a lot. Yeah, it's not a lot. It's like, okay, it's 3 lines. It's 3 lines, okay. Because it's changed the past, right? We're only reading whatever's changed. Miyazaki hid his grin upon hearing this. Neo released the lizard from his hand into Katsuragi's palm. But just as more words were to be exchanged, someone came walking nearby, their footsteps steady and confident. The head that appeared by the door was that of one from abroad. The newcomer placed some lunchboxes to one side, nodded, nodded and made to leave. Katsuragi called out after him, "Sir, what about your meal? Are you not hungry?" The man smiled upon hearing Katsuragi's words. "I already ate. I hope that you, my lords, may have also find time to sate your hunger soon." "You are a guest, sir. To see you help in these trifling matters fills me with embarrassment," Niwa said with sincerity. The man smiled as if it was no matter. Then with a nod he departed. Like a falling spear, the black cloud reached the bottom of the boat and was joined in its benefitness of direction. Like a charging beast, they plunged into the shoreline. Scant steps away, the mechanic laughed, slowly approaching the grand wreck. Not but half an arm was left of the one who had cried out for help, and with a plop, it landed at the mechanic's feet, who crouched to better study the object, straining against the urge to take a bite. Yet he did not, for the dark cloud swirling down had already picked the remnants of the ship clean. Then a second ship was sent, followed by a third and a fourth. Each who left to seek salvation did so under foul skies and bleak fortunes. Reason dictated that they would not have risked anyone else, but the situation in Tatarasuna was severe. They needed to gain aid from Inazuma, even should it cost them more lives. Okay, Traveler, or Brando, Aether, wrap that up for me. The content has changed. Another effect of tampering with the information in Irminsul. The balladeer said he'd erased 2 of his names. If he really succeeded, it must have taken all his might, but still.
Well, what do you think?
A masterpiece.
Hey, Traveler. Remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information about all this? Well, we just got back from Inazuma. So how about we tell them what we learned?
Sure.
What did you find out? Something
Also, is
big?
my laptop heating up? A little bit. Like, cause I'm getting like this like really bad like. It's not even my stream. It's literally my game itself. I'm getting random FPS drops for some reason.
It's a long story. Basically, we have some friends in Inazuma, and...
Shut up, Paimon! Oh, you tell the 2 writers what you learned about the Raiden Gokuden and Tatarasuna's history.
So many new
I
details.
thought it was something we weren't supposed to tell them.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Arminoma clan, you say? Then I guess it must be true. Ugh. So there's no ghost story here after all.
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society those days, to the extent that harming them was conceived of, at least by the perpetrator, as a way of exacting revenge against those in power.
Yes, yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that doesn't mean I can't carry on with my novel.
And they're back at it.
We've got
These
things to
guys
take care
are
of.
really into this.
We got things to take care of. Bye for now.
Oh, so sorry. Look at us, prattling on about our projects and ignoring you. Thank you so much for the information.
You're welcome. See ya.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything else.
Will do.
Alright, now we have to go see Nahida. We did a lot of talking and research, so now we get to see what's actually, like, what happened here. If Nahida knows. But if she doesn't know, that's a problem. Because then if she doesn't know, then that's another thing that Aether has to hold on to. As being the only person that knows it. But I really hope she knows something here. So what's up? Nahida?
Nahida, we're here.
Traveler, Paimon, how have you been?
Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting and chatting until suddenly the sun was up. And then he decided he wanted to go to Inazuma.
I was investigating the situation with Balladeer. Now, however she responds to this, it will tell us whether she still knows the Balladeer or he goes by a different identity.
The Balladeer?
No!
Sounds like some kind of cult.
She doesn't know him either! Oh no. God damn it.
You look troubled. Is there something you need to tell me?
Even Nahida doesn't remember, just like last time. Any changes to Irminsul affect her as well. The Balladeer acted quickly. He finished erasing himself before Nahida could stop him. I'm the only one who still remembers the things that were erased. Once again, I'm the record keeper.
Traveler?
That's why this is so big to the story.
Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset.
There are things that have happened that only I can remember. I have to tell you the truth. With a heavy heart, you piece back together the story that was broken and scattered across time. There once was a man named the Balladeer created by the Electro Archon. He was a puppet who lived among men. After a series of events in Tatarasuna, the Balladeer, thinking he had been thrice betrayed, left Inazuma to roam the world beyond. With no trust for humans and only loathing for the gods, he bore his grudge for years as he grew in strength, then returned to Inazuma to take his revenge. He tried in vain to become a deity with a gnosis and ended up losing everything. Finally, he entered Irminsul and learned the truth behind his betrayal. Knowing that now that his entire life was built on lies, he did the unthinkable in an attempt to reverse his tragic fate.
That's quite a story. So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul.
I'm glad that Ada was able to explain that so well.
The past.
But how was he even able to do that?
As the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone.
So so we were fighting the machine in her perspective because the past changed. That big robot in the Scaramouche boss fight, we didn't fight Scaramouche, we just fought the robot.
Nevertheless,
or like he wasn't in there.
It does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change.
Irminsul changes the entire world, so any changes with Irminsul affects the entire story.
So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because...
He literally changed the world.
Because he literally changed
That's
the
what
world?
happened, yep.
Yes.
This is game faking.
Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it. The Traveler comes from a world beyond to that. That's why there's no information about him in Irminsul, and it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect him. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you. It's quite incredible when you think about it.
You can say that again, because it's not my first time.
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this Balladeer guy's motivations. Why did he do it?
I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person he was, only you remember that.
I'm really not sure. We were enemies after all. I don't know his perspective on all this, so I can't say why he did something so extreme. Did he want to reset everything or save someone? Or did he want to completely undo his existence? Everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all. Maybe that's all there is to it. I still remember the question he asked. He asked me specifically, and my hesitation gave him his answer. I hesitated because I witnessed Great Lord Rukkhadevata erase her own existence, but I can't tell Nahida that. To put it another way, I know why Balladeer was so sure it could work, but I can't tell them that.
Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share?
I just feel empty. He chose such a radical option, and yet...
It couldn't change the fate of the ones
yeah,
who had died.
Yep,
right?
Niwa still died.
Once the Balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. Now he saw them as friends again.
But if he deleted himself, how is he still in the...
He couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try. This story makes sense. Every part of it. The Balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. He was unsuccessful.
Oh, so she just pieced everything together.
Retained the power to connect with Irminsul. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have much strength left.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it still ended in tragedy for his friends. It just feels so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
Yeah, he changed the world in many ways, and yet the dead still didn't get a second chance. Those fated to a tragic end could not be saved. What exactly did he want to fight back against? The betrayals in his life, or did he wish he'd never existed at all?
Please wait a moment. I want to check something. Found it. This should be the one.
Huh? Oh, cube. Thanks.
It turns out that I have a strange way of confirming everything he has told us.
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner.
Oh, so she can just, like, store memories in, like, the back of her head or something?
You should take a look.
And it can't be... Surprisingly, information is presented you in a way that resembles a fairy tale.
Is this a fairy tale? Who wrote it?
This matches everything I said. Oh, so I think before he deleted himself, Nahida probably, like, stored some information, just, like, I guess she has, like, this vault
I
in the back of her
authored
head.
this record myself.
Yeah.
Huh? You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the Balladeer?
Yeah.
When combined with the traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it is a symbol for something else.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, that's the best way to say it.
Any information about the Balladeer or the Kabuki Mono and other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact. Changing the information
She made a log of
in
it.
Irminsul changes to that. But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a backup before the Balladeer entered Irminsul.
That's incredible!
But if we didn't mention it to her, she wouldn't have known.
And sending the traveler into Irminsul with the Balladeer must have been a further precaution.
I know he'd remember everything.
He'd remember everything. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one he told us. The now erased life of the Balladeer.
So what about him? What about Balladeer? Where is he now?
There was once a lone
he's gonna tell us a
monster
story.
draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own. Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree, who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender, and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur like ours, you are still one of us. Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve this." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless, and pure. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good. Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content. I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no one can know that they were different.
So what did we gain out of that story? It was a good story. But what did we...
Solved it!
Wait, dude?
I remember now. This is not just the
Was that something to like crack the information code or something?
It is his very own memories.
Oh.
I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what happened. To become a god, he was experimented on and modified countless times.
Okay, so she remembers now.
It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet. This memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with. Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. That's why they backed up his memory for later use. I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
Oh, so it was literally hidden in that story, like the message. So she got the information back after reciting that story.
It's
or
hard
something.
to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to give
Damn,
rid
no
of
one
us
be able to
on
crack
more
that
than
password.
one occasion. Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke.
The balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail. That Conria was where your twin first came into this world.
Isn't that where we first appeared as well?
We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own harbinger.
Yeah, I've never had this feeling before. It feels like life is as insignificant as a
It
feather.
sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around. But still, Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much better.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend, but the question still troubles us. So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot. Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, guiding us toward a better destination. And that is what you have been doing all along.
Yeah, Nahita's right. Cheer up. How about we go get something to eat? We can pick up this heavy conversation again later.
Good idea. Paimon, Why don't you take him out for a walk to clear his head?
Dude, yeah, the traveler's been going crazy. There's like a lot of. That's a lot for him to take in.
Get out of your head for a while. You'll feel much better after taking a walk.
Sure, I guess.
Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar.
Take a walk around the Grand Bazaar. So we're actually just chilling for a little bit.
It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you up.
That's a lot for Aether, honestly, because he has to like remember all of that, all about Scaramouche's past. Now Nahida remembers it because she had some data stored away, but there's still something that Nahida won't ever remember, which is Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, which are from the earlier Sumeru chapters, if you remember. That's crazy. That's honestly crazy. That like this story is just going so much deeper. And it's because we're playing around with like the world right now, or we're playing around the world right now. The Irminsul literally changes the world because it's like stored information that's right. It's just stored information that if someone altered it, everybody would forget it and it wouldn't exist anymore. Like that type of power is just crazy. Just thinking about it. And I want to do like a concluding speech when this it won't be like insanely long. I have a concluding statement to say, like after this questline finishes. So what do we're just chilling here, and then we just see Wanderer walking around.
We're here. What should we eat first?
I have a nagging feeling like there's something I'm missing, something important that I'm forgetting.
Hey, are you gonna answer or what?
Sticky honey roast. Sorry, it's just give me a minute. I'm still processing. Okay.
All right, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Then we can get something to eat.
Come on, brain. Let's dig this out. It's got to be in there somewhere. It was something about Irminsul and deleting oneself. Great Lord Rukkhadevata, forbidden knowledge, Nahida.
What is it? Have you figured it all out?
Yes, that was it. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. She said that no one can erase himself from existence, not even her. Otherwise, why would she need to create her own reincarnation in Lesser Lord Kusanagi to do the delation for her? There'd be no point. Wait.
Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
Wait. That's new to me as well. Because Greater Lord Rukkhadevata didn't erase herself by herself. It was Nahida that helped us erase her. So they can't delete themselves without help from someone else. So what did they... No, I can't tell Paimon. She doesn't know about Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But this is crucial, important detail. It's simply not possible for the Balladeer to completely erase his own existence. In which case the question is, what happened to him?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
Huh? Where did he come from? Like... There's no way. That's him.
Hey! Hey, wait!
Exclamation points and question marks.
Hmm? You mean me?
No, not you. That kid. Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsettias and ran off. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got too many distractions?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Who's that guy? You know him or something?
That guy is the Balladeer.
He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsettias. And I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
We can't exactly intervene in their conversation yet.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Yeah, we just help him. We just give him the Sunsietas.
I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy.
Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsetius, was it? I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now?
Let's follow him.
Stay out of sight. Don't let him see you.
We're on a stealth mission. Here we go. So this is where he ended up. Follow the person you just saw. No, Randall, stop. Where? How? Yo. Stop. D-Look, don't lag. Now's not the time. We must go. I don't care if there's a GeForce Game Ready driver. Stop. Don't lag me.
Yo.
They just threw a pop-up at me that there's a game driver ready to install.
Oh, already? All
Yeah.
right.
Bro, this is it. We finally found him. He just happened to appear in front of us, so he can't delete himself. He's just like, I don't know. We gotta ask him or something. I don't know.
You said it in your own mind. He's the reincarnation, just like how she is. He is.
Maybe.
They cannot do it by themselves.
No,
Vinny.
yeah. But Nahida helped us delete Greater Lord Rukadevada. So who helped him delete himself?
This'll do.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Stealing his Is that a bit too cruel?
Yeah,
Shush!
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back.
If I wasn't seeing this with my own eyes, I would never believe
Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
He spotted us.
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice.
it. You're right, we were following you.
Have we met before?
Yes, but you wouldn't know.
No, we haven't met.
Yeah, you cooked my
But
teeth.
you
You
know
cooked my
me?
teeth in.
Shut up, get it. Yes.
I have no recollection.
It's complicated, but I do know you.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
I can prove it. You're a puppet.
A puppet? What makes you think that?
Huh?
You were right. The look on his face.
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important.
There's somewhere I want to take you.
Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more for it. Is that true?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
That's oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
All right.
Then let's return to the city.
Okay. What happened to him? He's just so different now. He doesn't have like that attitude he used to have. Or it doesn't look like he does.
Because he wasn't betrayed.
Yeah, I guess. It's like, it's so weird, dude, that he's acting this way though. It's a little weird. I'm like not used to Scaramouche being this way.
Basically, A still created him, but he gets to live the life he wants to live now.
I guess he's a wanderer now. That's kind of what he's doing.
Yeah, all the bad events didn't happen to him. He gets to forget, I guess.
This is such
Here you go,
over
boss.
like
I'll leave
character
them right
development. Like it's just a crazy character development that he had to become this to become playable.
Oh, you really went and picked some more. Who are these two?
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your
That's a
time is
nice guy.
valuable. You know,
Yeah, that is a nice guy.
you should go live your life.
But I don't...
I don't know what to do.
No, you're right. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking me into the city.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years. I
That's
just
a
hope
nice
you find
man,
your
too.
path.
Thank you. All right, done. Thanks for waiting for me. We can go now.
Return to the sanctuary of Sarasthana. Are we gonna like get a deep dive on his I guess his past in this present? Is that what we're calling it? I think we're gonna get a look into his. I think if Nahida just like touches him, then she gets information on him. If I remember.
And then she sees the suicide. Oh.
Yeah, shut up. She's gonna see that we or whatever he's been through for him to become the way he is right now. It's crazy, really. Oh man, the character development's crazy. I don't think there's any other character. Traveler is a character in the game, but like, and we do go through all the story as him, so we get a lot of plot through him. But I think, other than Traveler, like the most developed like character had like.
It's probably Yoimiya,
like,
yeah, because she went through Justin.
Shut up. He went through this whole ass trading arc or something. I don't even know, bro. All right, let's see what's up.
What's wrong? Huh?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah, quite an eventful walk.
So you didn't say anything while we were walking? You tell Leslie Cusinaldi what happened in the Grand Bazaar.
You say that you're trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather...
It is difficult to explain because it's not his past. It's like his past of his past. It's like a different. See, like it is hard to explain. That's why I'm not gonna do it.
I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but
Previous
in
incarnation.
your case, it seems that it ought to be called
Exactly.
previous
incarnation.
incarnation.
Oh,
Mhm.
like a past life.
Past life.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, just
Something
like that.
far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation? Oh, okay. I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation.
We're just trying to think where to start.
If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear, but I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did. And many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never be happy.
Nahida tells the Wanderer about his past.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time. A chain of cause and effect. A cycle of karma and consequence.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
We were each other's
If
enemies.
we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
This is so frustrating. This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some random stranger we met on the street.
Paimo's back on his ass.
He's got so much
Paimo's back on his ass, bro.
We can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything. What a weird situation.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I
Sure.
want to see them for myself.
Yeah, I got
want
time.
to experience my own transgressions.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to.
And then he becomes evil again?
To fill the
Shut
void
up.
within me. Except maybe these sins that can never be undone.
Very well. As you wish.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Okay.
Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation, we'd better keep an eye on you.
Understood.
Yeah, before you raise yourself again.
Thank you. Now, prepare yourselves, everyone.
Here we go. We're going back to Irminsul? No, we're entering the memory. Wanderer.
No matter what lies ahead, I'll face it. Whatever it takes.
No more
I'm
running
just
away.
sorry that you have to join me for the
Yo.
whole thing.
No, it's so like. Alright, we're going into a domain.
It's so weird.
Here goes nothing. No, it is. It's so, like, it's weird. This is the only character that they've done this for. This is literally the only character that they've done this for. They've transformed them and turned them into a completely different character. Well, not really completely. I mean, like, he is different now. He's, like, I don't know, it's so weird. Alright, let's see what's,
This looks like Inazuma.
Oh.
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth. But be aware that
We gotta fight enemies
may
just like-
react
okay.
just like in the real world. Please be careful.
Oh,
Okay, so we gotta,
okay.
like, do we gotta play him?
Experience.
That'd be crazy.
It's a good thing we
I
came
mean, it is an
along.
Archon
You
quest.
don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
And now we're just finishing the job.
All right. Thanks.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation. You had a great many memories here.
Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace?
You could say that, in a sense. You'll see why shortly.
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners? No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved, too. No mining crew would be capable of this. There's someone passed out on the ground.
Who are you?
You're awake. What happened?
Oh, that's his pass
How'd
out.
you get stuck here? Are you injured? Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the Balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatarasuna.
And the rest is history. Well, it used to be.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor, disguised as a mechanic. The Balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarasuna incident.
Interesting.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
Well, we could just keep walking around. That's
He
cool.
looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face.
Where do we
Why
go?
couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Oh. Keep exploring. What's over here?
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabuki Mono.
That's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
That was like no type of damage. Why was I scared?
Yo, you got 2 Primo Gems.
Thank you for my 2 Primo Gems. I appreciate it.
Out of this whole quest.
Huh? What was that? This big ass green thing came out of nowhere.
Huh? What are we doing back here?
Huh? I hear voices.
Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty, but there's nobody here.
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Okay, I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died, and then my dad got sick. He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom started coughing too.
But you can't. You promised me.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever.
This child
is so
didn't
sad.
have a name. Or
We all know
rather,
what's gonna happen to him.
the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise him. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to live together.
What happened to the child then?
He died from his illness while he was still very young.
That's so
Balladeer
sad.
came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family!
You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too.
Yo, why they say yo? Why they say A?
The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
But that's
Okay,
the thing.
you can't
A's
do
been-
anything about that. The poor man died. But it's not his fault for leaving you, or like. But he doesn't understand that though.
My path.
I come not to obstruct you.
Jester!
I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with
Jester?
an iron will.
Yeah, this is one of the harbingers.
Or you could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
The long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at...
I should have let them finish talking.
This
This is where we
place
got
is
knocked out.
dark.
This is where we got knocked out. Is this not it?
Paimon knows
The
this
Delusion
place.
Factory. That's what it is.
It's the Delusion Factory in Inazuma.
And then like Yamiko saved us here from Scaramouche.
In the original version of events, the Traveler once encountered the balladeer here.
Yep.
Such a creepy atmosphere. And so familiar.
I remember this. It was an unsettling place.
Hey, look over there.
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and
Oh,
these
it's Ignoro.
incompetent fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't have.
What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the Abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible. And don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make you want to destroy it completely. Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else. Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
Poor little tongue? She's playing with fire talking to me like that. Who does she think she is? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now. I should prepare to give them a warm welcome.
Is that where I walk in?
The plot does not end here.
Of course it's not.
There is more of this story to come. Wanderer, are you able to continue?
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests.
Why is she actually kind of
Isn't that right? Witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Where's the next memory? Off we go! Why did Chongyan walk into the floor just now? Oh man, dude, the Harbingers, they hated each other, bro. They hated each other.
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, this is the factory. This is up until this is where we fight him, isn't it?
Is that?
Or this
Considering
is the
that
factory
Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome. I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process.
This is when they were planning to make him into a god.
I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine, and he will be unable to move independently of it.
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge I had gained.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they'd think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The doctor again? That was uncomfortable to watch.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
He's the doctor. He's behind all of this.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon.
Let's move on.
Where to next? Continue exploring. Off we go! We're just having like a deep dive into Scaramouche's past right now, so that we could like move past that and, you know, accept him.
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
Yeah?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If
Of
not,
course.
then what are the differences between humans and puppets? Whoever
I
has
don't know,
tasted
tell
the
me.
joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle of life, they are human too.
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Whatever I am due, let it come to pass.
Are you
Can you
saying...
return my memories to me?
Huh? But won't that mean you'll lose your current identity?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules, with each person being a collection of past experiences. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you discarded will return to you. Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with the void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next. But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity
So he doesn't stay like this
become my
forever.
true self.
Is this the true meaning of Great Rukadevada's words? A person can't erase themselves, and even though the original Balladeer is gone, this person will live on in his place? Are a person's sins an inescapable part of their destiny too?
I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul-searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. Looking at it now, it seems that I brought this curse upon myself. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours.
So he's gonna remember everything. Cutscene.
You have made your decision.
Don't like my
Now,
cutscene.
take this.
Does that mean his clothes will finally go back to normal?
No.
Why not?
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is my...
Is he alright?
What the hell? Yo! Yo, wait, what? Huh? What? We gotta take that thing down again? Dodge. Go crazy either. Real, it's time for round two! Round two! Oh. Well. Shoot. Yo, Aether's crazy! I know you saw that slash! That was a lot of slashing. Oh, shoot.
All worthless dross will be purged.
Is he fighting himself right now or something? He's having a war with himself right now. He's back. He's back. He's back. He's back in business.
Balladeer?
Did he just get a vision? He just got his vision. Wait, did he just get this vision? Or like...
He just got
Yo! Why did he say die like that? Are we fighting the machine again? Yo! Yo! I haven't even trialed him yet! Yo! Let's fly! Oh, man! Say what's up. Well, I know I can charge attack. I can charge attack. My green bar's about to go down. Yo! Dodge? I'm crazy. That is so cool. Also, my skill doesn't even have a low cooldown. I can use my E to go higher. Oh wait, no, I cancel it. I'm stupid. I have to like hold it to go higher. I think I have to hold it to go higher.
At my command.
Oh no, space. Oh, I hold space to go higher. E makes me go back down. Also, I went too high. Ow! But that's the part where I'm supposed to fly to not take damage from that. I'm supposed to fly to not take damage to that. Let's fly again. Okay, hold space a little bit. Okay. Okay, so I can throw normal attacks and I can charge attacks. Also, who am I aiming at? I'm about to die. I'm literally about to die. Brando, how do you die in the story quest? Brando, the character's hard, okay? You dare to gaze upon... I'm dead. Wait, did that heal me? Did that just heal me? You dare to gaze upon me? Yo, that's so cool. Oh, I think I can dash to go forward. Okay, hold up, I gotta dodge that. I gotta dodge that, please. I haven't trialed him out, guys, so I'm like a new... Alright, slash. I do like no type of damage. But like, I am fighting a boss right now. Air slashing technique. I'm sorry! Oh! Yo, relax, bro. Relax, calm down. Shit, bro. Damn, that was easy. Nah, that was actually kind of... Are we in a memory? Oh wait, yeah, right. They still act. Enemies are still as strong as they are.
Get out of my sight.
So he's back now, right?
It disappeared. Did we win?
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
He's back.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self. Wait, but it was you inside that thing too. What have you got to be smug about?
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am.
Now you've recovered your memories, the past will catch up with you.
You sound like you're concerned about me, but don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
And now we go back?
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
Okay.
You know what I just realized?
Yeah. Me, myself, and I.
Like he sounds like Zhao.
Yeah, he does kind of sound like Zhao, in a way.
It's probably his voice actor.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. That was crazy, though. Oh, man. That was my first time trialing Wanderer, by the way. That's why I almost died there.
Paimon, Balladeer.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey. Paimon's exhausted.
You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it.
You won't go by the Balladeer anymore?
After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the Sixth is.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
Let's call it tactical retreat.
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not simple things to accomplish. What you are looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy.
Finally, his outfit, let's go!
The world will not heed your will.
Indeed. How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world worth regretting. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, And I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan. But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so be it.
Nahida doesn't see you in that
Oh,
way.
right. I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers. I can live with that.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler, in the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply and see what secrets can be uncovered, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened before and after that point? I want to know as well.
Thank you. Let's hope you can find some answers.
I will try.
Traveler.
Yes?
After I dove into the information torrents in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma?
Because I wanted to know what you'd changed.
So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. And how? Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do everything I can to pay it back.
I didn't do all this for a reward. Please don't make it sound like I'm extorting
Borrowing
you.
and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance
That's
the
not
books
true.
one day. Don't you worry.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to zero. I think deep down you realize this.
Yeah, Britton.
People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. There is no such thing as balancing the books. Some things in this world can never be brought back, and they can never be changed, which is why there is emotion in the human world.
Alright.
Everything that you feel is real and lasting, and whatever is missing in you will not be made whole. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway, I gave up trying to become a human a long time ago.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. You're just bearing your feelings. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become, until one day, it is but a tiny fraction of your life.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
I hope you can give Nahida a chance.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated.
It has, Paimon. We've been on a
Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but
dimension
the most
adventure.
important thing now is that you need to follow Nahida. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been for nothing.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
There you go.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal. Why don't you choose a new name to celebrate?
Ooh! Paimon wants to pick an ugly nickname
Huh?
for you, too.
Why?
Because Paimon still doesn't like you that much.
Then I hope we don't see much of each other.
Damn.
In the future.
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name, maybe you can ask them for ideas.
Huh? You want us to decide?
No, Paimon only does nicknames. If it's a serious name you're after, it's all yours.
Okay. Sounds about right.
Have you got anything?
Okay. I hate this, right? Okay, so listen. Normally, if I knew this, like, at first, I would have been like, yo, you could change his name? What the hell? That would have been my initial reaction, right? But I'm not going to go and fake a reaction because I I hate YouTube sometimes, really. I hate YouTube sometimes. I was scrolling on YouTube and I saw someone put a community post of like about changing the Wanderer's name. And I'd already seen it, so I knew this was coming up. I hate that. That's the only thing that was spoiled for me about this Archon quest. I hate it. I really hated it. I shouldn't have scrolled YouTube this morning. But yeah, I already knew that you were going to be able to change his name. But that's also crazy, right? So there's name change rules. You can obtain the item and from the Archon quest, which will allow you to change the name. Please take note that some names cannot be utilized this way. Once you've renamed this character, some interfaces in gaming going forward will display that name you have chosen. There's a limit on the number of times you can rename this character, so do so with care. I ensure you follow in terms of Yeah, okay, it's basically a lot of you know, you get to name him because yeah. So we have to. I literally don't know what to name him. I honestly don't know what to name him. Yo, Kenrick, can you help me out here? We could keep his name as Wanderer, honestly, but like,
I mean,
I honestly don't know what to name him, bro. But we're just
I don't think we want to name him Scaramouche.
We don't want to name him Scaramouche, so that's it. We're done.
No. What? No.
Are you
what?
sure?
Wait.
Yes,
Wait, that's
yes,
illegal?
I think this will do.
All right, if
What?
you say so.
Huh?
There.
This like
Now you
Archon
have the name of
can't
your
end
own.
like this.
What about a nickname?
What?
Are you done yet?
Still thinking. Stop rushing me.
Take your time.
I'm in the game.
I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one.
What do you plan to do next?
Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer will have to pay the price.
You mean the Fatui?
The doctor, at least.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be immediate. You still need some time to compose yourself.
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, they ought to know about the connection between Raiden Gokuden and myself. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible for the Raiden Gokuden's downfall. Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
They're not gonna do anything with that information, though.
That is up to you.
Huh? But if we do that, then...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. Maybe that's how it always should have been.
Fine.
No nonsense. I like it. All right, let's call it a day. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
Wait!
I see
What
that
you
again.
went through today would have been like
What?
living an entire lifetime in an
Huh?
instant. He'll need some time to calm down.
Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore.
There were some bumps along the way, but it's all
So
over
we
now.
can finally go eat? Paimon is starving.
Thank you both.
Is she finally gonna
I
mention
hope
honey,
you will
honey
find
roast?
somewhere nice to go and relax
Sticky
for
honey
a
roast?
while.
Is that it? Is that how we end this? No?
No, there's no
Oh,
way.
cutscene.
No.
Cutscene? This looks like the loading to a cutscene.
That says quest complete.
No, the loading screen wouldn't be this long. It would not be this long for quest complete. I guarantee you that. There's something else. I thought they would have actually just ended it there. This is a very long loading screen.
The game's trying to process why you named it that.
Oh no, what are you talking about? Kendrick just left. What are you talking about?
No. That has to be a way to change his name. Nah.
No, Kendrick just left, bro. What are you talking about?
Why are you using my name?
Oh, there's a cutscene. Something like a cutscene.
I've got it! I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yeah, I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect fit to be the narrator of the epilogue. The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast their shadow in Mikoshi Nagamasa's mind for decades to come. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Daitatara Nagamasa, was forged, the people rejoiced, and there was painting, dancing, and drinking. All these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire and turned into red clouds that rallied around the final sunrise that Mikoshi Nagamasa saw in his lifetime. Life is a story too long to be told. A journey that you must walk to behold.
What happened, Kendrick?
Bro, there's no way.
What happened, Kendrick? What are you doing? Turn to the resting place? Okay, sure. I don't see why not. What's the resting place? Oh wait, I think it's that place that we were like where Nahida told us to wait when, or like when she was trying to check out what Scaramouche was doing.
God, Brent, you didn't even follow the path. You jumped off into your own path.
Yeah, I think you're right. I should have went like some other way. I like went the other way. I'm kind
You
of
went
like,
completely the opposite way.
it's completely fine because I end up on the other side anyway because there's a tunnel here that leads to the other side, and we get there. So,
Yeah, look at you and your map knowledge.
I like my map knowledge. It's actually impeccable. There you go. That was a shortcut, by the way. If you didn't know how to get to the other side of Sumeru City, you just go through the underground place, the bazaar. Anyways,
This was a good Archon quest.
It's not done yet, Kendrick. It's not done yet.
Yeah.
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back.
Rest up, Paimon.
Wow, great! Huh? Look at the vase.
What about it?
Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something?
She doesn't remember.
Paimon doesn't remember.
That's the event that happened before we before the pass was changed, or the pass was changed. The night we stayed here, Paimon bumped into the table after being startled by something to do with the Balladeer, broke the vase. But she doesn't remember that, now does she? But the Balladeer erases existence. He changed the world, so why is the vase still broken?
You sound lost and confused.
Yo, who's that?
I know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this would find their mind overwhelmed.
Huh? Is there someone here talking to us?
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a
Who are you?
But for anyone else, who can say?
Yo, Kendrick, what area is after this?
Fontaine?
Is it the
When a small
Fontaine Archon?
animal runs into a tree trunk, though the tree may sway, it is not displaced. The same is true of fate, like a vase that falls to the ground.
Is this the Fontaine Archon?
Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird,
Stop.
the result is still
We
a
just
broken
finished
vase.
Sumeru. We're already
Is it
jumping
not?
into the next. I'm just assuming, right? I'm just assuming this is probably the Hydra Archon.
Who are you? How do you know about all this?
History does not change easily, but human hearts can. Believe your own eyes. Only that which you see is true. What is unseen is but an illusion.
What, are you gonna fix the vase or something?
The voices disappeared. And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out of nowhere?
I don't know.
Scary stuff.
I don't know, Paimon. Believe my eyes. Does she mean I should trust my memories?
Anyway, that vase is still lying there broken on the ground. Should Paimon go get someone to clean it up?
Yes,
Feels wrong
let's clean
just
it, yes.
leaving it there. Just a moment. Paimon will be right back.
I wonder what else awaits me in the future. There you go. Inversion of Genesis, Interlude Chapter Act 3 complete. Oh, man. Oh, you could rename him with that item. That's what it said.
Alright, Brandon, go ahead.
Anyways, that's Kendrick from now on. Anyways, right.
No. You got
I just like, that was so much to take in. So much. It's been 3 hours. I ran this for 3 hours down straight. A lot to take in. Now I just want to say the concluding statement that I was holding a long while back, but I didn't know how it was gonna end, so I wanted to wait to say it. Right?
Yeah, he got
so.
word.
The first time they ever did something like a crazy change that affected history itself was with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. When we came to Sumeru, everybody know the Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and people looked down on Nahida. Okay, no, we're not.
Then make a preemptive
Stop talking. Stop talking over me. Diluc, please. Actually, I'm gonna have you holding your weapon out so you don't talk. But yeah, we literally like we witnessed history change. Nobody in the world other than us knows about Greater Lord Rukudavada, or that's what I'm assuming at least. And Nahida doesn't even know, right? Because we're not part of Irminsul. We're not from this world, so it can't change us. That was the first time that they did something crazy, where they changed history, and where Ada would be the only one that knew it. And I thought this was going to be the second time, right? And it is. It is the second time. Because, yes, Scaramouche got his memories back, or Wanderer, whatever you want to call him. He got all his memories back, but he's kind of like a new person now. But he has all his memories back, and he knows about what happened in that history, right? Nahida also knows what happened in that history. And we also know, me and Paimon, we also know what happened in that history. But everybody else, something different happened, right? Something different happened back then for them. So this is the second time that they've done some like crazy story shift, right? And that's what I wanted to say. Another thing, being able to name a character, changing their like name completely, and like basically just going through their entire past and everything. I feel like they spent a lot of time into Scaramouche for this. They spent a lot, like, deep thinking and everything for Scaramouche's development. He's probably had the most character development so far from what I've seen in a story quest or in an Archon quest. Like, it's crazy to me, like, how deep they went for him. And we were even able to change his name. That's something, right? So, yeah. Wanderer in my game is going to be known as Kenrick from now on, because Kenrick has been wanting to summon for Scaramouche ever since he saw him. Like, when he came out, he was like, he wanted Raiden, but he also wanted Scaramouche. Like, you don't know how many times Kenrick would randomly be like, Scaramouche. Like I don't know. But yeah, Kenrick wanted Scaramouche for a long time, and I was like knocking him out with yeah, he's a villain though, he's not gonna be playable. But he was like, yo, but Tartaglia's playable, and I was like, no, Scaramouche is different. But like, look, they changed him completely, and now he's playable. That's crazy. That's insane. I love where the Genshin story is going, right? And that's probably one of the main reasons I even continue playing this game. So I'm not gonna be pulling for Scaramouche, although I probably would have if I wasn't saving, but. If Alhaitham is confirmed for next patch, I'm going to be pulling for Alhaitham, okay? Big summoning session coming there, right? I got like 20,000 Primo Gems. We're going to be summoning for Alhaitham the next time that I summon on Genshin, because I've been saving since Yelan, and that's been a long time, right? I also messed up on my Layla summons, so that's why I might have a little bit less than I should. But thank you guys for tuning in for this Archon quest, because it took 3 hours to get through. But it was deep. It was insanely deep, okay? It goes crazy. It goes into changing history, okay, in the game's history. But that makes Aether even more special because he remembers things that other people wouldn't. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, comment down below. And I do these Archon Quest live streams all the time whenever they release a new Archon Quest. So subscribe to the channel if you want to see me react to all of the other ones that are coming out, because I'm playing this storyline to the end, right? So anyways. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you goddamn gamers next time.
Oh, Kenrick.
Shut up, Wanderer.
That's
No, wait, no, shut up, Scaramouche. No,
that's
you're Scaramouche now. You're literally Scaramouche now. What are you saying? You're literally
No,
Scaramouche
you're
now.
gonna rename him. You're renaming him.
No, it's okay. It's okay. His name is Kenrick. So Wanderer's Kenrick now in my game once again. Yeah, goodbye, guys.